in 2024, there was a situation with you and Phanatik where you baited the people to think there was going to be a rap battle between you guys, but you guys actually sat down and had a conversation about him going in a new direction and moving away from Christian hip hop,
Yeah.
right? Now, on the song Hold On to My Faith, in the second verse, you kind of combined general statements and older lyrics with things directed towards him. And this is something that you guys had a conversation
Yeah,
about.
yeah. He wanted to we met up because he heard the verse and there was absolutely parts in there about him. But I also had, with my raps, I let nothing go to waste. If it's dope, I'm gonna have it like in a file, like, okay, come back to either pick this verse apart, use some of these bars, or use this verse if it's an extra. So I had wrote one verse about another brother that had departed from the faith, that was a role model to me. And then I added some ill multi-syllable joint. Just I forgot how many my syllable count was, but I went crazy. And some of it addressed my man Phanatik. And he wanted to talk about it because he wanted to unpack the verse. We got up and we ate, and yeah, we had a good conversation. That's it.
Where do you guys stand now from that?
Oh, we good. We good. We that's my man, He's not a believer anymore. But we still good. He's texted me not that long ago with a song, and it was a Christian rap song, and he's like, "Yo, you already know where I stand," and he put mad fire emojis, so like he could still appreciate the skill. You know what I'm saying?
What would be crazy is if you guys had that conversation in rap form on a song.
Yeah, I think that wouldn't go well in our space. Like I think.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying, though. Yeah.
because he's, he has a podcast, and he's, dissecting the faith, and, talking about why he's deconstructed, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, why are you platforming this dude? There was people who took issue with me meeting up with him and me posting him. They're like, why are you just paying him any attention? Like, he's been very disrespectful towards us. So it's not the fact that he's not a believer anymore. It's just they feel like he's been disrespectful. So he
Got you.
hasn't been
Okay.
disrespectful to me as a person, but he has been disrespectful to the faith. So they just like, yeah, just leave him alone. I'm like, that's my man, that's my big bro. He was my big bro. He featured me on records before. We did music together. His last Christian rap verse he gave to me, I never put it out. But yeah. So there's a level of respect and love I have for him. But yeah, I understand why they would take issue with that.
Right. Now, do you feel like there is a proper way to leave the faith as far as in this space?
I mean, I would not want to see anybody depart from the faith, but if they do, I think it's just like, I don't know, man. I can't gauge everybody's experience. If I think ideally I would just like to see somebody just, okay, if you done, you done. Just be on your way. But it comes with attacking right away. And to me, what it looks and it sounds like when they turn around and they start attacking, it's just that bitterness, that church hurt. And it's like they're allowing someone or something be the object of their pain, and they're taking it out on God. So with me, it's not like I've had this this perfect walk where, nobody has hurt me, nobody has offended me. You asked me in this interview about a friend dissing me. I've got did dirty by Christians. I never blame God for it because I know we all screwed up. We all screwed up, bro, trying to figure it out. So it's like, yo, bro, I'm I'm not gonna turn around if I'm not gonna ever leave the faith. But if I did, my mindset isn't gonna be like, yo, when I left Catholicism, I didn't turn around and start dissing Catholicism or blame the priest. The priest did some old weirdo stuff, and I never was like, that's why I'm not a. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would like to see him just go do his own thing, but yeah, he's being a little disrespectful to the faith. But I got love for him.
Have you seen people leave the faith in this space and not be disrespectful, but the fans be disrespectful towards them? So is there like a
Nah, nah. So the couple people, and it's very few that have left and have not been disrespectful. Nobody bothers them. There's one right now who he left the faith and he's really blowing up as a secular rapper. Nobody bothers him. Nobody says anything. Nobody says, "Oh, you're a freaking," because he's not attacking the faith. Yes.
right?
So yeah, no, I don't see no comments, no nothing. Nobody says anything about him.
So would you say that the way that Phanatik is doing it is like, because obviously like with him leaving, I would believe that people would want to know why, so he would have to explain himself, right? But it's done in a way that is like, I guess, a little too much, like not like just like explaining like, hey, this is like
I believe so. I believe he wrote a book and explained in the book. And in order to explain why he doesn't believe, there are some things that he needs to discuss about the faith. So in the book, what I'm observing is this. In the book, he says some things, and then Christians responded. And maybe as Christians responded, it wasn't so charitable. So now this causes some kind of beef because it's just like we believed him to be like a theologian in this thing. And then his gripes that he has with the faith, a lot of us are like, wait a minute, those are like easy answers though. Like you didn't know that. And that's been the critique. So now instead of just this peaceful dialogue where it's just like, wait a minute, there have been a lot of people that have been, like, hey, bro, like, I think that's kind of a whack excuse or, well, because we have answers for these questions. Some people have been disrespectful. And instead of him just like, okay, well, these are being disrespectful. Let me peacefully have this dialogue with the ones that just want to genuinely have a peaceful dialogue. Nah, I think he's getting bitter and now he's attacking the faith as a whole because there's a couple that come at him crazy. That's what it just looks like
got
to
you,
me. And I could be wrong. And if he watches this, he'd be like, nah, it's not that. I'm just saying from my view, that's what I think is going on.
got you.